I've got a good woman at home.
Hey guys, JC Smith here. Today we're working on this crew cab long bed. This is the one we did the lift on. It's got some running issues there. I'm gonna assume it's gonna need some valve timing components because that's kind of the way it sounds when it does start, if I did get it to start. So we'll bring you along. Alright, so here we are. I got the scanner hooked up, and so I can get that glare off there for you. We got the standard typical P0012, P0016, P0022. So this is leading me to believe we're going to be into the engine for some timing components, but I want to check a few things first, because when it cranks, it'll like almost start, but like it's out of fuel. So I want to check a couple things before I get too far into this. I don't want to skip that. You need to start with the basics, that's for sure. So let's get into that. Okay. Two things I want to share with you. One is, you see these forward, you got to squeeze both sides. I hate touching gas. I'll stink like gas all day. You got to squeeze both sides of that connector and then pull off. So I use these. These are actually hose pliers. I'll show you exactly why I use them. Alright, I use them because you can squeeze on each side of these because they go around, and then while you're squeezing, you can grab a hold of it and pull back, and you can get it off there. So they work very well on a lot of. Also, what I wanted to show you was, I come down here to check fuel pressure. Do you see the arrow right here? Well, the engine's this way. You follow it back here, there's the fuel tank. So we'll be swapping that around. Actually, I'll probably put a filter in it, but I'm going to take that off and blow through it, see what we got, because we definitely got a fuel pressure issue. I just took this off. There was no pressure on here at all, and I just cranked the engine, so it should have been some fuel pressure. So let's see what we got. Alright, so it'll start now, but we have like no vacuum assist. So telltale signs of what we're working with here. I think we got a timing issue, whether the timing chain has jumped, or the cam phasers come apart, or a tensioner's broke, or whatever we got going on, because the engine has low vacuum. So that's a telltale sign we got an actual, not an ignition timing issue, but a actual valve timing issue. It's a decent truck. We've got it torn apart. We're going to change this out. It had a couple rocker switches here and a bunch of other stuff on here, so we're going to change this out and change out that stereo and put a CD in it. But so don't pay attention to what it looks like right now. It'll get better, that's for sure. But I'll let you listen to how it runs. Here's some flatter over here. So, anyways, I've done all the checks I'm going to do, so now it's just a matter. Let's get it apart. I'll show you something else that's a little disheartening. That's right. It's had a Jasper engine. And I've said before, I'm not a fan of Jasper engines at all. So let's get at it. Alright, so we've been at it, I don't know how long, hour? Probably an hour. And I'm all ready to come apart, except for the damper. It takes a 3-jar puller down here, and I don't have a good 3-jar puller, so I'm going to go buy one tomorrow. But I wanted to show you something. And I keep telling you guys how much time I got, so you know for yourself. You know, not because I think I'm so fast or anything like that. It's just the fact that, give you an idea, if you're going to do the job, you'll have an idea of how long it might take. Or at least how long it'll take me. So you can gauge from there for yourself. Alright, so if you look down in here, the sun will cooperate. That's a pretty clean motor right there. It looks really, really clean. Like I said, this is a a remand engine. Let's see if I can get this better for you. Nice and clean. All the journals are clean. The cam doesn't have any buildup on it. You know, all of the followers look good. The valve springs look good. The chain looks like new. Those look like possibly the cam phasers have been replaced. Oops. Trying to pull that out of there. Everything looks pretty good. I can't go any farther because I need to get this pulled out. The damper puller off, get the timing cover off. I can't tell on the cam phasers, but if I was betting, let's see if I can wipe that off. It looks like Ford right there. That reminds me of a Ford part number right there etched in, but I can't tell for sure. Yeah, I can't see it, but my whole point is, look at this. You see how clean this engine is? I mean, look how the journals are nice and clean. The stands, the caps where the cam rides is nice and clean. And I'm taking this all apart, and all the push pins for the wiring harness are broke. They've obviously, someone's broken or whatever, replaced the cam sensor plugs, but everything's zip tied together. It's not in its right place. And then, you know, this is a remand engine from Jasper. I don't have much faith in Jasper anyways, but I certainly don't have any faith in the guy that put it together. So here's one of the valve covers, and it's actually fairly clean, not too bad at all. But then here's the other one, and it's all caked up, full of crap. So what good does it do you to put a motor in that has such sensitive, you know, cam timing oil pressure system that runs them phasers, and then you leave this garbage in there? I mean, that'll flake off and get in the cam variable cam timing solenoid I was showing you, because it's just a machine bore and a piston. That'd make it stick. It certainly can. I mean, it's like they started to do the right thing. And this happens so often, so many times. We'll get into something where someone got into it and just kind of fell short. I sure don't like, well, look at that. That's that same ground off part number, so I'll bet these are Ford. I'll get a puller tomorrow and get it apart, but that's it for now. I'll get that. Okay, so I got this all apart and checked all my timing marks, and they are good. This one on the bottom's good, this one's good, and this one's good. Two things here. I mean, one, we kind of suspect it's in the VCT solenoid because all our timing's on. We could have pulled these ahead of time, but it's a Jasper engine, so I still wanted to look at this and see what it is and see what they used in here, make sure it's not broke. But look at that. Can you see the screen right there? That should look like that. There you go. You can see how the screen right here is torn out, and that screen is probably inside this bore holding that piston, and they're both like that. Okay, you see the screen right here on this one? It's torn out and a piece missing. Same thing right there. Alright, let's get them apart. Alright guys, so I got this torn apart, and I don't know if you can see this or not. See how dull that is? And then look, gets shiny, back to dull, like it's been stuck up in there. So regardless, I got to change them. I have a couple brand new ones here in the box. You see the difference there? Those are stainless steel screens. Alright, let's get these in. Alright, so I got the engine back together, got the VCT solenoids in. Everything's doing well. We started cleaning up. We got the bulkhead, the toolboxes, and the bed rail toolboxes out. Got all the add-on crap off. There was about a mile of wire added. We took all that crap off, put everything back to the factory. Started cleaning up the wheels and tires. I don't know if I'm going to sell this with the wheels and tires or if I'm going to take them off and put factories back on. I'm not sure I want to let them go. Not that they're all that fantastic, but they were Brandon's. He may want them. But if you remember what the interior looked like, my wife has started cleaning, and it's really starting to come along. She usually takes about 2 or 3 times when they're dirty like this one was, and she'll get everything going, and it's coming along. This is something different you notice in 4x4s. This is cut out to make room for the shifter. The 4-wheel drive conversion I did, this is kind of close to that. It still goes into 2-wheel drive pretty good, so I wasn't going to change that out. I didn't think it was necessary. But she's got the seats all steam cleaned up. Got the floor cleaned up. Got the headliner done. She hasn't done the windows yet. And then there's things like this. There's an adhesive right here she's working on getting off, so it's not taking the dressing yet because she's not trying to get it on here. She's trying to work on the adhesive. But we'll probably change that stereo out because I think I have one with a CD stereo. Trailer brake controller here. It's not hooked up, but I have the stuff to hook it up. They must have taken the pigtail out, so we'll hook that up too. Cruise control works. Air conditioning's really, really cold. Oil pressure's good. Temperature's good. It idles beautiful. Remember before, this is the one that we didn't have any power assist. It had no vacuum assist. So I'll show you what it looks like under the hood now. Again, it cleaned up pretty good. Sounds really good. I'm glad it was just the injectors. I mean, not the injectors, it was just the variable cam timing solenoids. But yeah, you can see it all cleaned up pretty well. We're gonna change out the grill. I'm gonna put a chrome grill in it because somebody wants that grill. And I found composite headlights that will change out. So we'll get them changed out. I'm not sure about the bumpers. I'm thinking about painting them white, but I don't know. If I can find chrome ones, I'll do that, but they're pretty tough to find. It's not an easy thing to find, but, you know, it is what it is. It's coming along. So, might be one more on this, that's about all. I'm not sure. We're just about done here. Just a few little odds and ends. This was underneath the truck. There's a spare key. It only fits the door, so we'll put that back under there somewhere. Go from there, but anyways, that's it, guys. That's this truck. I think I got a total of 4 keys with this truck. 1 hidden and 3 that came with it. But she looks pretty good. Not too bad. But that's it for this video. So if you guys like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, guys.